Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Yeah, truth chatter. Yeah, I think it's time for more truth chatter. Born every day, 100 new fake rappers. We got too many powers.
Welcome to this edition of the A-Train Show, the A-Train Arlington Lane, back at it again here on a Tuesday afternoon right here on the X-Fan Show channels. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and X Live right now as we speak. Now, if you see my title, I got it. It says Cena Nation is upset. And I want to talk about it a little bit. And usually, you know me, I like to bring friends into the mix here. And so I'm going to bring in a new person to the mix. First time here on the show today. Glad to have him on board. He is himself is a professional wrestler. And I definitely want to bring him into the fold, talking about this whole thing with John Cena. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for the first time here on the A-Train Show is my buddy, wrestler Damian Cortez. What's going on, big dog?
Hey, what's up, my guy? How you doing? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Listen, ain't too many times I asked you, because, you know, I'm like, your time was always short, you know. No, we didn't have time to do it, but today was a day I was like, let me get him in.
Yeah.
All right, let's get in tune with it right now, man. So we all know John Cena had his last match in WWE.
Hey, shout out to the GOAT. He officially the GOAT. Hey, he the GOAT.
Yeah, he's officially the GOAT, man, and he's done with the game right now. But here's my thing, bro. I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem with how he retired. I don't see it.
Okay.
Because, and what I'm getting by that is Gunther making him tap, and the way he tapped, and the way my man was smiling when he tapped, he knew it was over. And the thing was, I understand it was this never give up situation that he was, but since it was the end and it was never coming back, I'm just gonna go ahead and give on up, man. I'm done.
Okay. I mean, that's logical. That makes sense. But hey, look, this is me being me, bro. I don't think even John was satisfied with the finish. I think he accepted the reality of the situation and realized they had different plans for him, and he just accepted that. But I do not think he was satisfied with that finish, bro. Like, to me, even with the tap, when I looked at his face, that was more of like a F you to me than it was like, okay, this is over. Like, because you got to think about that, bro. Like, what that's like, somebody making John Cena tap was crazy as Brock Lesnar beating Taker Street. You know what I'm saying? That's like a once in a lifetime thing. So whoever gets that momentum it's gonna send him to the stratosphere, to the moon. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that this dude made him tap, nobody could ever make him tap. I mean, come on, bro. The same dude that made Gunther tap Jey Uso. You see what I'm saying? But he makes Cena tap, like, it don't hit the same, bro. Like, I feel like I said, I think John did business because that's what they wanted, but that smirk to me on his face was like a fuck you. Nobody will ever be able to say, like, they did this cleanly. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what that was. That's just me personally, though.
All right. When I was watching the match, okay, there was times he did his Super Cena thing, and, you know, he did FU off the top rope. You know, he did the STF on him like twice.
Yeah.
You know, and Gunther kept powering out. So you already kind of knew John said he was gonna give it his all.
Yeah.
A lot of people was mad that he didn't get the win. I'm like, most people that get their retirements don't get the dub.
That's true. That's true.
It's the end of them doing that. As he did at the end of the match, he put in his shoes,
he left his gear in the ring, his boots and his gear.
Yeah, he left his gear in the ring. He was done. So I'm like, a lot of people was upset about that, and he was like, we deserve answers. And I don't think you don't, because the retrospect with that was the couple nights later on Raw last night. Gunther said few words and walked off.
Right.
He said few words and he was gone. That's all you needed to do. Now you solidified his heel status, true heel status.
Yeah, but look, this is the thing. Like, I get it. Like, you know, It always got to be a heel, whatever. But I think the type of heat Gunther has right now is the type of heat that no wrestler wants. Like, because, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like, there's certain workers who have a certain level of athleticism and they're so charismatic that, you know, it makes up for like their shortcomings in other areas. Yes, Gunther is a great worker, but he's not charismatic. He's not a good speaker to me. He's not any of those other things. And I don't think like the victory that he's achieved through Cena he's gonna be able to translate that well and get people to understand and like that. And then it's this too. What everything that we're starting to know about this whole him doing like what 30 some odd dates out of like 200 that he wanted to do, and then all the possible dream matches that could have came from that situation. Like, bro, I think this is gonna do more harm to Gunther, Triple H, and WWE than anybody thinks it will do good, because this isn't, put it to you like this, bro. If Vince was gonna send John home, he was gonna send John home in a way that was not only it made John look good, it made the company look good, and it left the fans satisfied. The only thing we've been receiving from Hunter is just disappointments, bro. And it's disappointments based off what he thinks is good, bro. And what we're learning is like, yeah, WWE ain't NXT, bro. WWE is not NXT, bro. It's a whole different monster. It's a whole different ball game, bro. It's a whole different ball game. And I think people are really finna experience that over the next 3 weeks heading into Royal Rumble, bro. They really finna see that. Gunther, I don't think he's gonna have that momentum like everybody thinks it's gonna carry over. Like, people are gonna be pissed about this John Cena shit for a long time. Like, me personally, I'm starting to look at Cena in the same sense that I look at Taker, bro. Like, I don't think homie should have tapped out. That's just me. Like, I would have preferred for him to pass out like Stone Cold type shit. Like, just because that's Cena. Like, if he gave everything until he couldn't give anything. And when he couldn't give anything, he was done. But that's just me though, man. I can't really tell her, say what's okay and what's not okay. But it just, to me, that wasn't a good move for business. Because then you got Cody, you got Drew, you still got Roman, you got all these other people who have all been in main event settings. But guess what? None of them have the momentum to carry the main event, bro. Look at everything that's happened with Cody and then where we are with Cody. It feels like it was for nothing. Drew McIntyre is just some runaway thing that I don't even understand that. And then what? Then you got, bro, you got to think about this too. Like, our generation of like wrestlers and fans who grew up watching wrestlers, bro, all the legends are done now, bro. If you think about it, the only ones we got left now is Jericho and who else? Like, it ain't that many left. Like, bro, I think this is gonna be, I ain't gonna say dangerous for the business. I think it puts people in a position where a lot of people gonna be able to step their game up, elevate themselves. But it's gonna be a hell of a sale, bro. It's gonna be a hell of a sale. Because after John Cena, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, all these other people, the rest of these guys ain't nothing but video game characters. You could do a million flips, but if you can't get the story over and people ain't feeling you, it don't mean nothing. And I think that's the trouble that they finna run into.
It's good stuff, man. I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, was this whole ordeal with Cena wanting to do 200 dates when he was talking with Tom Rinaldi. And then, they changed it to the 36 dates or whatnot. But I think he was going to do that because he wanted to work with the younger talent anyway, right?
Why wouldn't you let him do it, though? That's crazy. Why wouldn't you let the greatest of all time have moments with your entire roster to make everybody stronger? It don't make sense, bro. Just like, look, not to jump ahead, just like them going to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. It don't make sense, bro. None of it makes sense, bro. That's why I said, I ain't gonna say WWE is dead, but this will be the beginning of it dying, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere on the low, people start reaching out to Vince McMahon on the low and have him behind the scenes approving stuff. Come on, bro. You telling me within like, what was it? Like, damn near within a calendar year, they done lost almost like 4 million like viewers on their show? That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. You go from 6 point something million to now you down to like 1.9 something million. That's a lot of people that just tuned out.
Yeah. You got a point, man. You got a point.
All I'm saying is this, bro. Not to jump over, but I know a bunch of people who watch WWE, and they starting to tell me that they know who they starting to know who people are from AEW and other promotions now, bro. That's how much of a and I get it, you know,
That they
people
doing
jump
what now?
back and it's fans of everything, but bro, when you got old people knowing who the guy is that's doing the coffin drop, WWE got a problem, bro.
And you know what's crazy is as I just watched Raw for the beginning last night. Ever since they did this Unreal situation now that you can watch on Netflix where they going behind the scenes, it
Kill
cheapens
K-Fab, bro.
the
Straight to
product.
kill K-Fab, bro.
It cheapens the product. It's cheapening the product because you
Absolutely.
want people and we don't want to see that. That is one thing you could have kept out. I will give you that. Like they could have. I don't need to know the behind the scenes stuff because these guys are in character, and these are we can't tell if they're villains or faces. When I'm seeing Gunther laughing with other people in the back, it cheapens him. That is the only real big drawback I have with Triple H. That's the only real drawback that I got with me. As you see my man, he out there, he doing his shopping stuff, man. And, you know, wrestlers got lives too. So, they doing their thing, helping out with their families and whatnot. So, but yeah, man, this whole ordeal with Cena, yeah, it could have been done better, but I think the way that the match was, the way the match was going, that I really do believe that it should have been that I just don't have no problem with that because it's years of him. All of a sudden now he says he didn't give up, but then he gives up in the end, right? Yeah. He was smiling, saying, "I'm done. It's over. I don't have to worry about being in a ring again." Even though he's saying he's going to be in WWE back in some capacity, but that was the thing. A lot of people looked at that. It was cheap, but. So are we saying that WWE is in the wrong, Cena in the wrong, or Gunther's in the wrong? What are we saying?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm calling out WWE, and this is the reason why I say this. Is because I get what you're saying and where you coming from a logical standpoint as far as working the business and stuff go. That makes sense, bro. It's best for business. It's keeping money and everything going forward. I get that, but this is the problem. Cena been around 25 years, right? When Cena came in, most of the Hall of Famers and legends that we knew was like damn near getting to the point of where he was. And he was still working with them, and they were working with him. Yeah, think about it, bro. 25 years, the only other person that came even close to where John is in that category is Randy Orton, bro. Is Randy Orton. Once you start getting to the point where, okay, homie finna retire. I get the whole never giving up thing. But bro, if that's his story, that's the build up. That's what it's supposed to be. He never supposed to give up. Like, and when he does give up, bro, and the motherfucker take him out, it should have been along the lines of like Bret Hart and Stone Cold, bro. He should have just passed the fuck out. Because at that point, he's given everything. Absolutely everything, bro. And I don't think people understand that Gunther doesn't have the marketability to carry what he just was given, bro. Look at his promos after the show when he was walking through the building. And everybody had an issue with him and was telling him what his issue was. He couldn't even get the right heat from it, bro. Hey, look, old dude got more heat calling him an asshole than he got just walking around talking to everybody. And the only thing he did was smoke a cigar. Like, bro, like to me, if I put down John Cena, bro, I'm showing my ass, bro. Because you can't tell me shit at that point. And look, I get it. And I get it. Every heel is different. Every face is different. Personalities, choices, all that shit. But, bro, they should have thought that shit out, bro. Ain't no way. It shouldn't have been. Honestly, in my personal opinion, what I think should have happened, bro, it should have got towards the end. And y'all thought that Gunther was going to get that shit. And he flipped that shit and hit his ass with that STFU and made his ass tap. And then as soon as y'all thought that, oh, okay, Cena did that shit, the rock music hit, bro. The rock music hit, and at least 4 or 5 motherfuckers come out there and body his ass, bro. And then the rock tell him as the final boss, your job is done. It's over, bro. Like for real. Like, come on, man. Me personally, I wasn't feeling that shit. I don't think it ended on a good note. And that's why I think he tapped and looked the way that he did when he did it, bro. I get business. What's best for business? Shit, bro, we ain't gonna see another John Cena in the wrestling business for at least another 30 years, bro. So
Listen, I understand.
What's all of it for?
You said Gunther should have showed out, right? My thing is he did not need to say anything. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to go out, say a few words, and leave. He did not need to say anything. It was cool the way it was. He did not need to speak. This was, I'm the greatest. Professional wrestling destroys sports entertainment, and that was it. It walked off, right?
Okay.
Now, when you sitting there saying that everybody was saying stuff to him, he didn't need to respond. He did not need to respond.
Okay.
He just laughed the stuff off. That's exactly what that type of heel is. Now, I get you're saying with the future holds, you know how Triple H is operating. He's operating one show at a time. He's not doing and I get it. That's what you're saying the downfall is, but he's going for the moment more than he is going for the future. Because I just got Dirty hit me up last night, said, I hope WWE does not F with Javon Evans.
They will, bro. Let's be honest. Let's be honest and say, bro, Javon Evans and a few of them other guys in NXT, and I'm gonna say it, mostly African American wrestlers in that company is the wave, bro. Now, this is the thing. The real question with this is, are they gonna do the same thing with them like they did with the other ones before them? Or are they gonna let another John Cena come along and do them better than they do them?
And that's what scares me, because you have a guy like Obafemi right now, and I'm telling you, he's like the best guy that you have, to the point where he can go against Gunther next year, because I think that's when they're doing the WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, because they're not going to do that on American soil. They're going to put one of the biggest matches in history over there. And that's already been my MO. I already felt that. I said Oba versus Gunther in Saudi.
Man, I feel like all that's leading up to for them putting over Sami Zayn, bro. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, the Saudis have taken over WWE, TKO, boxing, and all that other stuff. Honestly, bro, I think their mission is to make Sami Zayn the undisputed or the world heavyweight champion. I think that's their mission, bro. They want a Arab or a Saudi Arabian representative for their country, bro. And I think that's what they finna try to do. I'm just telling you. I be looking at the money, man, and how the money be playing out, bro. And that's what the money is saying. Whoever's signing the checks is the ones that's making the decisions now. And they not going off of storytelling. They not going off of likability, marketability. They going off of what they want and what they think is cool, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that we know, Triple H really ain't never really had no cool ideas. All his shit was like passed on. Like he that guy that basically got on because he shoved Shane out the way. He shoved Shane out the way, and this is where we are. We in 2025 in a WWE that Vince McMahon don't own, don't run. Ain't none of the veterans the legends, guys. Like, that's crazy.
All right, let me say this. I'm gonna say this real quick. So I'm gonna boot you out real quick, and
no problem.
Let me throw this in real quick. I removed myself. There we go. All right. I just got word that Skip Holtz is stepping away from the UFL. Remember what I tweeted out just last night. I just said this last night. We're gonna talk about this Thursday. I said there's constant change happening in the UFL, and who can get behind this crap, right? You want to sit here and tell me that everything that's happening is good for a reason? I just want everybody in I hope Birmingham loses their absolute minds on Mike Rapoli, because now I told you. And if you go to the X Fan Show page, there is a tweet going out right now that said this is going to be the unidentified football league. I told y'all. How can you get behind this stuff? How can you get behind it when it's always constant change? That means there's nothing to even get back. I'm telling you right now, and I hate to even put it out there, Spurge is freaking right again. He's freaking right again. He's going to be right again, y'all. I hate it. Okay, I'm snapping back out of it. All right, we back into the fold. We back into the fold. So
go ahead.
But my thing is, okay, have you noticed, Damien, when people have their retirement matches, that they're on their back when they're considered done? When they get pinned and it's clean, they're on their back.
Yeah.
Cena was on his back when he tapped. He was on his back. When the Undertaker.
No, he wasn't. He was on his side.
You're right. He was. You're right. I'm sorry. He was, because he had him on the side and sitting there, Gunther yelling in his ear and stuff like that, and he made him tap. The whole match itself, man, was cool. I think we was talking about a little bit about Obafemi. We were talking about Javon Edwards. We were talking about guys like Montez Ford and stuff in this mix. That's the person that I'm really hoping that they don't screw. And I understand Javon Edwards is where he's at right now. He's a young dude. He's going to probably be around for a minute, just as long as they don't screw him. But you thinking that that's just going to happen. But right now,
it's going to happen. It's going to happen, man. Look, I got to be honest when I say this, transparent about it. One thing I've learned about this business is that you could be extremely talented, have all different kind of skills, attributes, whatever it may be. But if you not what they want, and it don't matter if the fans want you, if you not what they want, they gonna go with what they want and what they think is best for business. And sometimes, like, and I don't want to make it seem like all promotions, all areas are like this, because it's not. I've met a fair share of people in this business, and I'm not a lot of nice people, but I ain't one of those ones that do like victimhood or try to make it seem like it's a skin type thing. But bro, if you ain't what they want, they not gonna choose you to be what they want. And a lot of the times, it don't be us, bro. It don't be us, not unless you doing some bootio type shit. But when you say that though, people will be like, "Oh, you're making it this, you're making it that." Well, if it's not that, look at Kofi Kingston, bro. Kofi Kingston had amazing skill sets, bro, and had one bad match with Randy Orton, and all of a sudden they made it seem like he was unprofessional, couldn't do all this other stuff. But then all of a sudden you give him a chance to be all these other things when he can make an ass out of himself in front of the world. But they'll say it's just business. But why is it that, we got to make an ass out of ourselves to be business, but when we want to be ourselves, that's not enough? Just like you was talking about them other gentlemen, their appearance and how they look and how they come across, that's something that's a part of the culture. But the culture not accepted within the business, not unless somebody of their ilk can identify as that. Case in point, your John Cena's, your Road Dogs, all that type of stuff like that. So like, that's why I say when you mention them young men name, like honestly, bro, if they genuinely make it to the top and be a part of like something great, it'll be because all those older guys that's been there are gone, bro. They gone, bro. Because them old guys don't want that. They don't want that. Hell, they don't even want that in the indie scene for real. Like, hey, but that's a whole nother thing, though. I ain't trying to, that's a whole nother thing, bro.
Well, this is the reason why I had you on the show, because I wanted to hear your thoughts, and you being a wrestler yourself, and you had time with wrestling, man. It's hurt. It needs to be heard, because not too many people understand that, and folks are going to take things the way that they want to accept it,
Absolutely.
Right. And so we can, like, you and I can disagree on things, and we can also come back together and agree on some stuff. So that's what I like having that type of aspect on the show, because we got to have that type of dialogue at times, man. And you know what, Denzel, you saying about they gonna screw Obafemi? I don't even think Oba will get. I said Obafemi in 2026 is his year. I really do believe
I could believe it.
2026 is his
I could
year.
believe it.
And that I'm not saying he gets into a major title, but that match he had with Cody Rhodes was phenomenal. And that was and believe it or not, that was the one thing I hated about Saturday night's main event was Drew McIntyre interrupting that match, because we didn't even get a full 10 minutes of them two going back and forth. And it didn't, you was too busy on this Drew McIntyre stuff. Now, if you want to boo something with Triple H, you boo that. I don't think John Cena didn't get screwed over, y'all. Like, I want you to understand this. He did not get screwed over. This, I always believed that this is what he wanted. He was able to be the decision maker in the way things were going. Granted, the 200 dates did not happen, right?
Okay.
And most of those ideas, you know, they put together. At least they were more receptive to those of having more NXT people being involved in it. If we was doing Saturday night's main event, we're doing it on the stream, we can get 5-6 matches on this card. We did not have to have just 4 matches. Like, this is different. You did this like you were on NBC. You're not, unless you're talking about rebroadcasting it on NBC. But I doubt that's going to happen, because you already have your relationship with Peacock at this point. So you can go as long as you want.
So look. I got like a 2-part question for you.
Keep getting this. Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You was breaking up because I'm driving or whatnot. But so look, you mentioned Peacock, and we still talking about the whole scene with Cena. So let me ask you this: you said that was best for business. Do you think like the top wrestler of the last 25 years of the biggest promotion that brought billions of dollars, that at his go home, mind you, he had a go home that no other performer has ever had in our business. He had a go home that lasted over 30 appearances, and nobody was satisfied with that. Do you think that's best for business?
What, on his end or on?
No, I mean, it don't matter on his end because he's done. I'm talking about just for the company and for the fan standpoint, because his run is done now, so it don't matter. I'm just saying, like, how it ended and where we are now, for all them to be unsatisfied and to be left with people who are not in that caliber or nowhere near close to where he is. I mean, yeah, you got your CM Punks and all that other stuff, but bro, I don't think that was a good move for business. Like, none of the fans were satisfied, bro. And I get them being devastated because he lost, but that's not why they're devastated, bro. You got to understand, wrestling is storytelling. It's storytelling, and his whole last run was absolutely directionless. Heel turn, no need for heel turn. Now I'm a good guy. You're going to give me the belt because, I can get 17. Okay, now I'm the 17-time champion. I'm never going to give up, but then I drop it to Cody. Then when I drop it to Cody, I get back on this other crazy run. I got to pick up the Intercontinental Championship for whatever reason.
Well, he never had it. That's the reason why they did it.
I mean, that's cool, but I mean, whatever. Like I said, like, how does that help business when you're just attaching a person to something and it doesn't have, it's not doing anything? Like, to me, I felt like they wasted his final run, bro. Like, that man could have attributed and done so many things for this business. We could have had so many dream matches that could have happened with like younger and older guys with this dude that they just threw off because they wanted to do their own thing. And don't get me wrong, bro, I get it. We're heading into Royal Rumble, WrestleMania season. If they wanted to end it around like the Royal Rumble, they could have absolutely did that, to where instead of, hey, the regular Royal Rumble where everybody is fighting for the position to actually get the match, how about the winner who beats Cena gets to choose what match he want to have and who he want to go against. And then you could build that person around whatever situation is already going. Like, bro, I'm for turn. Like, you just got to look at it, bro, from what they had, whether it's Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, like, and then the 50 some odd Samoans that's running around that's all doing blackface as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Oh, shit.
Like,
I got you. I got you.
it's all cap to me, bro. It's all cap, but we gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah. We definitely gonna see. And it was something that you had mentioned because dang it, and I was trying to catch that, and so I can mention it now. You were talking about this whole ordeal with Cena and the dates, and comment came in saying it's about closing the chapter. Yeah, I get it. It is, and that's what I felt it was. It was closing the chapter with the tap out. It was officially closing the book on Cena's career. I've always felt that was the need for it to be that way. That he needed to change it up to make. I get it. Triple H wanted the moment. Cena wanted to change it up too. That's why he did the heel turn, which kind of surprised everybody, right? There was really nothing wrong with a heel turn with John Cena in my mind. And he tried to portray it like I wasn't being heel. I'm just being a truth teller. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand the flip of the script. Then later on at SummerSlam, say I had to have common sense. All right, maybe it didn't look best the way that they wanted it to be, but it was needed because the end of the run was there, and he knew he needed to be a face by the time he got to Saturday night's main event. The only big issue I have, other than the dang matches itself, is that Saturday night's main event was not on NBC. They even gave Goldberg NBC.
Man,
They gave Goldberg NBC, yo. He got that. Cena didn't even get that. That's okay. If you want me to be mad about something, I'll be mad about that. Is that he didn't even get NBC to close out. They put him on a streamer. And then they played it off like he was in the same mode that he was in, on the regular Saturday night's main event, where they could have extended that. That match could have went longer than the 23 minutes that they said it was in.
So that also goes back to what I'm saying. I heard what you saying about closing chapters, all this other stuff. See, this is the thing with the wrestling business. We all know it's never over until it's officially over. Even though dude said he's retiring and he's never coming back, that may be in like a ring working capacity, but as far as him being involved in the business, we know that's not true. With that being said, bro, I think like what makes the John Cena thing different is kind of what made the Austin thing different. It's kind of what made the Taker thing different, is that they're the upper echelon of this business, bro. And that they have to be handled, their gimmicks, their characters, everything has to be handled differently. We can sit up here and say, well, oh, this is how it's supposed to be, and this is what's best for us. But no, the legitimacy of their legacies is what keeps this business going. Like, we have to pay homage and show respect. And I get it. Not everybody, I get it. Like, you're not supposed to win on your final match or whatever it is, but it's like this, bro. It's certain people that had they not lost, it wouldn't have affected the business, and if anything, it would have made the trajectory of certain things go even higher. Case in point, like when we talking about these things, I can bring up Taker's streak again, but it was unnecessary for Brock to break it. Like, if somebody who had broke it had used it, it would have had more value. Like, to me, a Bray Wyatt beating Undertaker's streak would have had way more value than Brock Lesnar hitting him with an F5. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with Brock. The way Brock came in and dominated everybody, the way he dominated John Cena and everything else, did he lose his final match?
Well, no, he's still going. He ain't got a final match yet.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Who are they now going to use to beat him other than somebody like Braun Breaker? You're going to get a Brock Lesnar to fight Brock Lesnar? That shit don't sound right. There's no value in that, bro.
It's gonna sound weird when I'm finna say who's gonna be the person to do it.
Who?
But it's gonna be somebody he's got to beat first before he gets to that. It's gonna be Gunther. Gunther's gonna be the person to do it.
Bro, if Gunther beats Brock Lesnar too, WWE is fucked. Peacock is gonna sue the fuck out of them because at that point everything they promised will not follow through. Bro, look, I'm telling you, look,
over. NBC's deal is over, dude.
Bro, the deal with whether it's with Peacock, Netflix, whatever it is, I guarantee you they're getting ready to close that shit out, bro, because they're not gonna be able to bring the numbers in anymore. You not, bro. You not. Like, and they know that shit. That's why I said the way that Hunter ended that shit was stupid, bro. He's doing shit based off of what he think is good, but how do he know what's good when everything he had was given to him, bro? DX, the cerebral assassin, all that shit, whether you was a part of the clique, you was the runt of the litter, bro. And now you got the position to make the decisions, and you're making runt-ass decisions on a global stage, bro. Look, Gunther is nothing but a taller, slimmer version of Triple H. Just as bland, just as dry. The one thing I remember about Hunter more than anything is his high knee, the hammer, and the pedigree. Evolution. Yeah, he was the face of Evolution, but Evolution was Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista. DX was Shawn Michaels with the help.
Let me tell you something, man. Right. So
come on, the authority was him being a cuck to Stephanie. I'ma say that shit, bro. Ain't nobody, I'ma say that shit. Like, listen, he one of them dudes, he believed his own hype, his own smoke.
It go back to what, 30 years ago when they did the curtain, and they pulled back the curtain and broke character. Was with Scott Hall, Kevin Nash.
That was in Madison Square Garden.
Right. And the only person that was punished out of all of that was Triple H.
Because he was the run of the litter.
Right. Because you already know Nash and Hall was gone. They were leaving. And Shawn Michaels was the champion. You're not going to make the champion lose automatically lose his belt for breaking character.
You're not.
It's bad for business.
Definitely is. I'm just, man. I don't know what to say, man. Because like, I don't know. Because I think I'm gonna finish on this because I got to catch back up with my wife. But I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm very optimistic for a lot of the talent that they have, like on their roster. But I do think it's gonna be like it used to be. I think they're gonna have way more talent than they expect, and they're gonna start letting people go. But I also think that they're gonna start losing people to AEW into these movies and stuff, bro. Like, you got to think about it. I'm starting to understand now why Vince McMahon ran his company the way that he ran his company.
Because even though there were times they ran it down our throats.
Yes, because even now when you think about it, bro, it's no longer about wrestling. It's not even about the sports entertainment anymore, bro. Like, it blew my mind the other day when I was watching wrestling and I was looking at all the different angles they were showing of the ring. Bro, the damn ring looked like a billboard. Like, it looked gross, bro. It looked gross, bro. That's it's not about wrestling anymore, bro.
It's about money. That's it.
That's all it's about. So my thing is, I'm just praying that now that most of the veterans are gone, that somebody like Randy Orton and all that other stuff will keep the younger people in check. Because with them having competition, AEW or whatever, and you still having people like Seth Rollins and like Jay Vaughn and them on the roster, man, best believe, man, they finna be out here doing all kind of monkey flips and shit. Like, some people gonna get hurt, bro. But, you know, it is what it is.
I appreciate you, though, popping in.
No problem. Thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for having me on. I hope I was useful.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Hope I was useful.
People was chiming in on this stuff, man. What you were doing, so
that's what's up, man.
So yeah, if you can bring that out of them, they love that. I love that.
That's what's up, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, man.
No, I'm making sure you ain't gonna be no stranger either. Yes, Gunther
all right, bro.
AJ Styles too, man. So unfortunately,
man, that's gross, man. Look, that's gross, man. Hey, just if that happens, wrestling's over. Wrestling's over.
All right, man.
All right, man. Well, you have a good evening.
Wait a
Thanks,
minute. You
man, for
said tell
inviting me
his
on.
former tag team partner said what up. You know
Hey, what
Denzel
up?
Vance?
What up? Hey. He the real champion, though. I see his warrior. He be winning with his warrior. He the real champion out there. Hey, keep it up, bro. I see you.
Yeah. He wanted to chime in with you, man. So
That's what's up, bro.
Denzel Vance. All right. He's a fan of ours too. So that's why
That's what's up, man. That's what's
everything
up.
is coming full circle again, man. All right, dude. So go ahead and handle your business with your wife. Tell you what, hi Nell. I see her on the side. I see her on the side. I know she's on the side of you, man. So you ain't even
Yeah,
got to
she
show me.
is.
I already know. Now I will see y'all at y'all home soon.
All right, most definitely, most definitely. Thanks again, bro.
Right hand salute, bro. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Damian Cortez on the show today. Definitely got to have him back because he brings definitely some interesting wrestling insight. Him being a former wrestler himself, so it's great to have his input in with everything that's going on with Cena Nation. What's going on, big dog? I guess I can move forward. I can move forward to other stuff. But yeah, I see that. I see that because he chimed in and he jumped. He's like, you said tag team partner Denzel, and he was ready. He knew it. He knew what was up when he said that. See now I'm gonna have to get you and him together, get them on the show, and get some stories from y'all about y'all time as tag team partners. We'll see how that plays out as the show progresses into the future. You're checking in on the A Train show today. Been touching on some Cena Nation stuff, and always like Damien's insight, man. I like Damien's insight. You know what? I did not want to. I want to discuss it on Thursday. I don't think we're gonna have time to discuss it Thursday, so I'm gonna go ahead and discuss it now. All right. I had jumped in the middle of our time with Damian Cortez about the new Skip Holtz leaving, taking some time away from the Birmingham Stallions. So that means a new coach is going to be coming in play here. And then Bob Stoops announcing his retirement from the UFL was also in the mix. I can't right now. And the reason why I say that is because it was a tweet. It was a tweet. I'm gonna go ahead so you can see it and you can see it for yourself. You can see it for yourself. This was from hold on, man. This is from yesterday on the X Fan page. And you can sit there and say everything you want to say about what's going on right now. There it is. Yeah, you scared now? You scared now? Why y'all scared? Why you scared though? All right, there it is. It says the last original XFL coach is gone and going to be a completely different look for the unidentified football league. So, with that being said, I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it now. I don't care. Mike Rapoli has said a lot of things about what he wants to do to this league. And I want you to understand that I'm from the show me state. So you're going to have to show me better than you can tell me. And right now, you have a completely different league now. Completely different. And if y'all are Battlehawk fans, you're probably going to get your wish. You're going to get your wish that Anthony Beck is not going to be the head coach of St. Louis Battlehawks next season, which in my mind, that's still kind of stupid that fans in St. Louis feel like Anthony Beck cannot be the guy. I think that's dumb, but you're going to get what you asked for. You're definitely going to get what you asked for. But shout out to Shannon Harris. Shannon Harris made it clear that he was returning back to the Defenders. And believe it or not, he should be, in this case, the only coach to return. I'm shocked he's going to return. I'm so serious. I'm shocked that Shannon Harris said he was coming back. But I guess you want to go back and run it back. So cool beans. I like that. That is a great move for Shannon Harris. Is to come back to the Defenders and try to defend the crown for next season, which is going to be in a completely different league anyway. Because you have 7 coaches and all going to need positions. So, yeah, I hate to break it to you, Denzel, but I think Spurge was right. Say you want Beck as coach, you just need a QB. Now, here's the thing with that. I had no problem with Manny Wilkins, man, at quarterback for the Battlehawks. I think he could have did a great job before he got hurt. It was just him he had the position, and it was just getting reacclimated with the group, and he wound up having a season-ending injury. And then everybody was stuck with Max Duggan. Like I would have been cool with Brandon Silvers as the quarterback. Yes, Brandon Silvers as the quarterback, other than Max Duggan. But Max Duggan is where he is now. See, that's the thing. All right, that was mentioned, and then this was the. See, you got to keep an eye on these people. You got to keep an eye on them. This is what Rapoli said. UFL is back March 7th, LFG. Minor disclaimer, please don't be alarmed that we currently have no players, no coaches, no mascots, no schedule, no uniforms. Mind you, he said this on December 14th. And it's that last line at the bottom. We'll figure it out. Ha, 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 ha. If you're a UFL fan, you really cannot trust that. You really can't trust that. Just saying, man. Because for it to be going into year 3, you're in the year 3 with this move. There should not be a revamp of this league. It should not be a total revamp at all. There should be additional teams added to this mix. There shouldn't even be anything retracting. You should be finding ways to work within those cities. But no, you reduced it because you felt like they were not useful to you anymore. So you say, I'm cutting my losses. All right. You want to sit there and say, you just said, I give up on Memphis. I'm giving up on Michigan. Oh, I'm holding on to Michigan. I'm holding on to Michigan for now. I'm just putting it in my back pocket. What was the other group you gave up on? Hell, you might as well say you gave up on the Houston Roughnecks too. You gave up on them. That is why it's hard. Oh yes, my favorite, the Rocks, San Antonio Brahmas. You gave up on them too. And shout out to the San Antonio Toros, who just announced their head coach today as well. Go ahead and throw that out there. I wasn't planning on doing it, but they got their man in Ronnie Victor. There it is right there. Courtesy of the Toros. So congratulations to them. San Antonio got their head coach. They got their guy. And they're about to get cracking, getting ready into 2026. But yes. They are less than 3 months away from the season. They don't have a schedule, don't have players, and they may have it together now, you know, and just waiting it out before it gets to that place. So, but a revamp of the league when it was already built around players that were in their respective cities, and you basically just yanked them from their respective cities. Because you believe smaller venues, new coaches, all of that is good. Like, you basically just told everybody, the hell with you. Good. We'll see what happens with this. So we keep an eye on the city boy himself, Mike Rapoli. Did I see what Manny Fresh said? What did Matty Fresh say? That's my boy too, man. I like Matty Fresh. Oh, okay. That'll be interesting. Oh, he said that AJ McCarron is a candidate for Stallions head coach. Does AJ McCarron want to be a head coach? I always thought he still wanted to play, but like you said, he's getting older, so that may not emerge as the way he wants to. What does that mean for my guy like AJ Smith? Are we gonna see him in the UFL? You know what? They got it. They can have it. They got it. Rapoli's got it. Vote of confidence. All right, I want to wrap this bad boy up, man, and get up out of here. And thank y'all for tuning in to this edition of the A-Train Show. Thanks to Damian Cortez for coming in. Thanks for the comments that popped in here on the show today. And I'm going to try to get in on Thursday, man. Thursday just not have been working out for me lately, man, because so many things keep popping up in my life. But we'll see what's going to happen. This reminds me so much of Mike Matheny and the St. Louis Cardinals. If you are a Cardinal fan, you understand what the hell I'm talking about. All right. So we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will see you in the next edition of the A-Train Show. So long for now, y'all. Take care.